Our bike's name is Black Pearl. I'm a Pirates of the Caribbean fan. Well, the bike is black. Not my favorite color. We bought it as it's affordable, and it obviously runs because we're using it. And it didn't look bad. It didn't have any rust or anything, cosmetically wrong with it. It was a good looking bike as far as its shape. So my wife named it Black Pearl, and you can't see it in the video, but the seat that I'm sitting on is called Black Pearl from Mustang Seats. And since I like pirates, I'm like, well, let's run with this, Well, my name is Redbeard. Short story. Somebody gave me that name at an old job I used to have because I have a red beard, which you cannot see in the video. In fact, a lot of it's turning gray, so I'm not going to call myself Graybeard, but... So kind of like Blackbeard is in Pirates of the Caribbean. This is my vessel, my ship. And my wife's name would be Tencel because she has silver streaks or gray streaks. You want to tell them about you?
Sure.
Good one.
Oh my god. On the spot, yes. I have silvery tinsel in my hair. It's really funny, actually, because some people will go to the salon and get tinsel actually put in their hair. I don't have to do that. Mine is au naturel.
My wife and I have always loved riding bikes. I've always been interested, well, not always liked. I've always loved the idea of riding bikes. I didn't always ride bikes. There's a time where I didn't have a bike. But I wanted one since I was a little kid, and I think, Cammie, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you wanted a bike when you were younger too, right?
Yes, I did. I rode on the back of other people's bikes.
Yep, same here. My dream was actually to have his and her bikes, which we did have for a little while. I had a blue bike, and she had a purple bike. It looked really cool together. You can totally see that was him and hers bike. And, hopefully she's alright.
Yeah, she's waiting for someone.
Okay. She can't ride anymore, and my bike was way too uncomfortable for even myself, but two people is really more uncomfortable. So I decided to trade it in and get a bigger bike. I got a backrest, and now I feel like I got an old man's bike. But you know what? I don't even care because I want to go in comfort. Not go as in like die, but like go as in like ride. That could have been taken weirdly.
My word.
So now we got a bigger bike. We plan on doing as much traveling as she will handle. I plan on doing as much as I can handle. And I'm hoping to put at least 5,000 miles on the bike in a year. And I'm already over 2,000 miles, Cammie. I'm at 21 now. Holy crap, man. I'm like,
nice.
and June just started. Bike season just started. And I'm already, over 2,000 miles. Well, I got it in December, at the end of the year, December 26th, the day after Christmas, and I rode it in December. This is where those guys got ran off the road right here. There were three of them. Went right there, ended up right over there.
Oh my goodness.
Three of them. There were 4 bikes, and the lady I talked to lived in that house right there.
Okay. Wow.
Sorry, distraction. What are we talking about? Oh, this I've ridden in January, I did it in February, I rode in March, I rode in April, May. I think I filled up the bike 5 times in the month of May, and I think twice in the month of March and April. I forget, I have to look. I write them all down. I know I'm kind of weird like that. So yeah, I like to ride as much as possible. I actually have almost more miles on the bike since January than I do on my Jeep Wrangler. I think my Jeep has 3,000 something since January, and this has over 2,000 now. So, and I plan on using it as my daily driver. I drive it more than I do any other vehicle. I can put stuff in the bike. I can pick up stuff from the store. So yeah, that's why I've got so many miles. And some of the goals we want to do this year is picnicking, for instance. Cameo, my wife. I'm not sure if I've said our names, but I'm Brian, and that's my wife, Cammy. Tinsel, a.k.a. Tinsel. Pack up a picnic basket, put it in the bag, or the tour pack, or put it on the bike. I get home from work, and we pick a spot that's, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour away. We drive until we find a cool shade tree. We actually bought a blanket, a picnic blanket, and we're gonna sit on the grass, have some picnic, and some something to eat, something to drink, and then chill out for a little bit, talk a little bit, and then get back on the bike and come back home. So do some picnicking. I want to see some different state parks and what are those other parks called? Metro parks. Oh, that place is booming right now. Wow.
Moose Lodge.
That's another good place over that blue building back there. That's
There's
the one
a
with
couple places out here in Irish Hills that are getting redone. New places coming up.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I had never eaten at Randy's, but I want to eat there.
Oh,
yeah.
And we went up to Frankenmuth on Memorial Day this year, so there's miles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did our biggest trip. So, going backwards a little bit, we had, I took the bike out a couple of times to do an hour-long ride just to make sure that, can I be on the bike for an hour without, getting off of it and resting. I've done it a few times, not a problem. And now with having a backrest, it's way easier than without the backrest. So I did that a few times, and my wife and I took a trip north of where we live. We're on the bike for a good chunk of the day. The following weekend, we went up to Frankenmuth and back, which was a new record. Shattered the record, set a new record, what do you want to call it? Our record before was 130 miles in one day, and we did Frankenmuth and back and 265 miles in one day, which was a bit too much for both of us, really, because we're not quite used to being on the bike for that length of time. I mean, you kind of got to get used to the seat position and the vibration and the wind. It's not like being in a car, obviously, but I enjoyed the day. She enjoyed the day. It rained on us a little bit, or sprinkled, mist, whatever. So it was kind of a wet, kind of a cold day. Glow golf. Interesting. Just taking a trip out to was Lake. We're gonna drive around there. I haven't been out there in a while. Just because it's a nice day, and I'm like, hey, I want to ride. This weekend, my daughter's having her open house, graduation open house, and it's gonna be a busy day tomorrow. And this is a nice little break in between all the other busyness.
Yep.
So yeah, we're just talking about the future stuff. We're gonna do some picnicking, hopefully visit some state parks. We'd love to go to Lake Michigan as often as we can. Living on the east side of the state, it does take a little bit to get over there, depending on where you're going at in the state. A dream of mine is to go around Lake Michigan once, and that's going to be a 5-day trip probably, because you're going to stay the night in hotels and stuff. But I'm really hoping and crossing my fingers that my wife can make that trip with me. But
yeah,
we'll focus on that later. We'll focus on that later. It's not supposed to rain, but that is dark over there.
Oh.
See that?
Yeah.
That's just me.
That I definitely see.
Hey, we're going to lose some sun. Wow, look at that. That sun goes away, and we are freedom of sunglasses. No, never mind. Another thing I want to do is just get used to doing some moto vlogging. Not for viewership or entertainment, but just because I want to use it as a platform to just put ideas down or thoughts down, or maybe share a story or two, or maybe ask a question, but just document thoughts and put it verbally. So it's just kind of like a verbal diary. So there'll be times where I'll be on the bike on my own, probably more times than not, and there'll be times when my wife's on the bike, which is the best times ever. I'm just saying, because, nothing's better than being on the bike with your wife. Unless you have your own bike, then nothing's better than her being on her bike and I'm on my bike. That's even better.
And
she's on the bike because she gets to hold or hug me or cozy up next to me. What did you say?
I'm glad that happened. I'm glad I had my own bike.
Yeah, you had it for,
That
what,
was a
4
dream
years?
of mine. 3 years.
Three and a half, 4 years, something like that. At least you got to have one, and that's pretty cool.
Yep, and she was perfect. She was just what I wanted.
You look
good on that
it.
one, man.
That was a good fit.
She was perfect. Her name was Violet. Lady Violet.
So our card filled up, so it shut off on us, and I have, we're still talking a little bit about the purpose of the bike and our dream and what we've done already, and excuse me, and what we plan on doing, what we like to do, and record it and document it just for whatever purposes. The only thing I don't know yet is how to end it. So
Biddy, that's all, folks.
No, that is not a pirate thing. I think it should be pirate themed, like, check out a mate, friend. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I come up with a beginning too. I know a lot of YouTubers have like a tagline that they use at the beginning, like a catchphrase, like "ouch," an opener. Sorry, that's a bump.
I wonder if we could actually take something from the pirates. We have our heading. Here we go.
Getting Captain Jack Sparrow looking back with the little, and he's moving the hat up, and he's on the
Hang up me hard as yo ho.
Crap! What's the name of that ship?
Really bad eggs.
We gotta come up with an intro and an outro. This person and this is Mrs. This person. I don't know if you want to do that or not.
So you could say Redbeard out, and if I'm here, I'll say Tinsel Tingle.
Tinsel Tingle? What is this? A fairy thing? Tinsel Tingle. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that. How do I end it?
You'd have our viewers vote.
So that's a good point, but we have no viewers. And maybe something that's a work in progress for a while. I think it would be cool to have it somewhat pirate themed.
Yeah.
Just to have, I don't know, just to be different.
How about, okay, this sounds, I don't know where we would use this or if we would use this, but Black Pearl coming into port or going out to sea.
We could do that when we are approaching our destination. Like, say we have a heading, and when we get there, like, that's what I was going to say. In just a second. Let me come back to that. So, to finish up our ride, our goal was to come out to Devil's Lake, or Manitou Beach. I like this little cruise. It's slow pace, kind of curvy. Who doesn't like a beach or the lake?